Good afternoon, folks. It's your nighttime, right time DJ Music. And you see this character here on the screen. Now, this is on Fox News. As I say, folks, sometimes you got to go to the enemy and figure out what they're doing. Now, this was on December 12th. Mitch McConnell, even before the articles of impeachment was delivered to the Senate floor, he already knew that he was not going to impeach the president. And why, you say, why bring up Mitch McConnell? Because Mitch McConnell is the talking piece for the Senate. He's as the majority leader of the Senate. And that's very important right there, folks, that you understand that. He is the majority leader of the Senate. So the majority of the folks that follow Mitch McConnell and Donald Trump right now, he told you there's absolutely nothing that we won't do to make sure that this president is not impeached. Now, I didn't start this at the beginning, but the very first thing that Sean Hannity, another mouthpiece, the main central mouthpiece for Fox News here, which is pretty much state TV for Donald Trump, he started off the show by plugging a book, with 45 endorsing the book. So just that, by saying that alone, his followers, his base, is going to go out and enrich this cat's pocket. There's another book coming out pretty soon that this cat right here, the majority leader of the Senate, decided that whatever, not only the book, but the author of the book had to say was not important enough to you and I as American taxpaying citizens to hear him in a trial. Now, Adam Schiff made an absolute great point, and I think some people underestimate this point. The point of the matter, what Adam Schiff said, and a lot of people saying that this is a half a trial. No. It's no such thing as a half a trial. What Adam Schiff pointed out was either that you have a trial or you don't. A real trial consists of a jury, a judge, a prosecutor, a defense, and most importantly, evidence. If any of us right now had to go to court, whether it be traffic court or whether it be the court that's going to send you away for an extended amount of time, the judge is still going to ask you, do you have any evidence to present in your defense? And the prosecutor across from you, even if it be a civil trial, the prosecutor across from you, which usually is somebody from the state that got that case dumped on their lap or whatever, they're going to have their evidence to say that, to show that what you did or what you're not doing is the reason you're here. It could be the reason why they could take your freedom away, or they could be the reason why they could fine you, or they could take your driving privileges away. Traffic court. Supreme Court, General Court, all of them have one thing in common. The aforementioned, a judge, a jury, sometimes it's not a jury, because you can't have a no jury trial. And the judge is actually the jury, but that's already understood. But it's not to say that you can't bring in evidence to exonerate yourself. You can make the judge be the decision. Let the judge have the decision of where your fate lies. But this guy here, Mitch McConnell, he said he was not even willing to listen to new evidence. We've all watched these law shows, Law and Order. Let's even take it back to some of us that even remember Perry Mason, Ironside, and all these different shows. As they stood into the courtroom, matter of fact, let me bring it up to date. to some of you folks that's listening that's kind of young. Even in Judge Mathis. Ma'am, let's hear what you got to say. Sir, let's hear what you got to say. Let me render my verdict. I find in favor of the plaintiff. I find in favor of the defendant. Or I find that I'll dismiss this case on its merits. That I'm not saying that you're right. I'm not saying that you're wrong. But neither one of you showed me some compelling evidence to find in either one of your favors. Now, I've never been to law school, as I've said, folks. I'm a layman when it comes to this. So did you think that these people that's been in this type business for their entire life know more than what I'm talking about? They willingly stepped on the Constitution. What about where's the NRA now? Where's their Second Amendment folks now? Where's all these folks that want to be up in arms at Colin Kaepernick for kneeling? But you sit here blindly and watch Trump and his cronies hijack these United States, grab us by the balls and squeeze as tight as they can and tell us there ain't nothing you gonna do about it. Now let's listen to Mitch McConnell here for a minute.
As pointed out to your viewers, frequently the Democrats have been wanting to do this for 3 years. The first headline in the Washington Post before the president was inaugurated was they were going to impeach him. Well, they finally got around to it, and we assume we're going to see 2 articles of impeachment, both of them pretty weak stuff, coming over to us, and your question is what happens then? Under the rules of impeachment, the Senate then turns to it, has no option but to turn to it, and it's the sole business until we finish. How we can impact that really is just with 51 votes. The Chief Justice is in the chair. I don't expect the Chief Justice to try to tilt the playing field either way. We'll listen to the opening arguments by the House prosecutors. We'll listen to the President's lawyers respond. And then we'll have to make a decision about the way forward. And everything I do during this, I'm coordinating with White House counsel. There will be no difference between the President's position and our position as to how to handle this to the extent that we can.
Wouldn't you folks love that? Wouldn't you folks love to be in that position right there? That the people that's trying you already telling you don't worry about it, you're not going to be found guilty. I got you back. That's basically what Mitch McConnell said. If I went out and killed somebody today, and the judge looked at me, he said, hey man, don't worry about it, I got you. No matter what evidence they show me today, you're walking out of here not guilty. No matter what it is. They could show me a picture of you, which they did Trump. They could show me, they could hear me talk. They could hear you confessing that you shot and killed this person. But it makes no difference to me. I'm going to set you free today. That's basically what Mitch McConnell is saying. That there's no difference between what he's thinking and the criminal's thinking. In this case, the criminal is Trump. There's no change in how I'm going to present this case as if Donald Trump was right there in my place. So in effect, Trump is his prosecutor. He's the defense. He is his judge. He is his jury. Where they do that at? 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Now, I'm going to pause this for a second. I just want you to hear Mitch McConnell's own words. So now let's pause this and go to something else. Okay. Hold on just a second, folks. I'll be right back. Now we're back, folks. Let me ask everybody a question that's listening to this. If you were doing poorly at your job and you just got an evaluation and they said, well, you know, there's going to be some time that we might think about letting you go here. So you got about another couple of months. But according to, you know, the contract with us, once the term is up there, you're done. Based on your record and based on what you have done for us, I can't see any way of putting you back in office. So what I did, I went and found out which of these 51 senators, these 51 Republicans, is up for election November 3rd, 2020. Since we couldn't beat them that way, we can beat them here unless they figure out a way to rig every election. We have an opportunity to eliminate two of the main players from this debacle, Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham. Let's see who's else that we could possibly give some pink slips to. Okay? Here we go. You folks that live in Kentucky, Senator Mitch McConnell is up for re-election. You folks that live in my home state of South Carolina, Senator Lindsey Graham is up for re-election. You folks that live in North Carolina, Senator Thom Tillis is up for re-election. Senator Lamar Alexander, he's retiring, so his seat will be open. Shelley Moore, Susan Collins, Bill Cassidy, John Cornyn, Tom Cotton, Steve Daines, Mike Enzi, Joni Ernst, Cory Gardner, Cindy Hyde-Smith, James I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, Inhofe, or whatever, Martha McSally, David Perdue, James Reich, Pat Roberts, Mike Rounds, Ben Sasse, Dan Sullivan, Johnny Isaacson, Paul Mitchell. Those we should be handing pink slips to, because they had a chance to do something about this. Look at these names again. I'll slow it down for you. Now I'm gonna appeal to my people, Black America, in every state to where we hold the balance, that where we came out in drones and voted for folks like Barack Obama, even Hillary Clinton. We have a chance to do that again, especially in my home state of South Carolina. 95% of African Americans say they do not like Trump. They want him out of office. Well, the only way that we can do that now is to remove and effectively remove the people that's helping him. And we have two of the main players on the top of the list. Kentucky, actually, I was born in Kentucky. In South Carolina. Mitch McConnell has to go. For you folks at Kentucky, think about it. Ask yourself this. What has Mitch McConnell done for you to make your life better? They say they were going to do all kind of things about the coal mines and situation down there. Any of you folks seen any extra money? Huh? Come on. Senator Johnny Isaacson, he says he's announced in August that he will resign because he don't want to be a part of what's going on. These lifelong senators knew that if Trump gets elected, be another 4 more years of having to put up with this. Again, folks, these are the people that are up for re-election. What y'all gonna do? Put them back in office so they can do the same thing? Or get rid of them? These are the faces that we need to eliminate. Mitch McConnell, Lindsey Graham, Senator Tillis. Thank you for your time, folks.